welcome to this severe weather update. So in this video we will discuss some severe weather stuff for the US and for Europe too. So first we'll talk about the US and then we'll talk about Europe. And if you're watching from Europe, feel free to skip to the Europe to the Europe chapter, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. So let's get started here. Let's see first. We still have this light risk from southern Missouri to Ohio, and this other slight risk from northeastern Wyoming to Kansas. And tornado threat is 5% and 2% just in the plains there, especially in Nebraska and northeastern Colorado, so be aware. The wind threat is 15% in both areas and 5% in other areas, going all the way to Ontario. And there's that hatched area for hurricane force winds. And hail is also 15 and 5%, mainly in the plains, and there's this hatched area for 10% probability of 2-inch plus diameter hail, so be aware. A threat for all severe hazards possible this afternoon into the evening across partial central northern high plains, damaging to severe in gusts near a separate front, mainly from the Ozarks to Ohio. So be aware, stay safe. For tomorrow, there's a slight risk from Kansas to northern Arkansas and Missouri and Oklahoma, and this marginal from Texas to New Jersey, all the way north to Minnesota. Tornado is just 2% tomorrow in Iowa, Missouri, parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. Wind is 15 and 5%, and hail is just 5% in some areas of the plains. So severe thunderstorms will be possible on Independence Day, mainly across the lower Missouri Valley, Ozarks, and South Central Plains. So be aware tomorrow, and happy Independence Day. And for day 3, there's a big general risk of thunderstorms, and only this marginal risk in parts of Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia, and going to Pennsylvania. So be aware, 5% probabilistic. So marginally severe thunderstorms most likely across parts of the upper Ohio Valley on Friday. So be aware. For day 4 there's nothing, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, nothing. So let's see here. The fire threat has been upgraded to critical parts of southern Idaho for today, and elevated in California too, so be aware. Day 2 is just elevated in parts of California there. And I heard some news we already have a wildfire ongoing there, so stay safe. Let's see the model for the storms today. So we have some showers there in Canada and in parts of the US already. So first in the southeast, we will have maybe some afternoon thunderstorms in Florida, but not much, and it dissipates by tonight. Could affect Georgia too and other areas. Then we have the showers in Oklahoma and Kansas, that by the afternoon some severe storms might form in Missouri there, going to southern Illinois, also in Kentucky and Ohio, some stronger storms. Let's see. And then we get all these big storms to form in Nebraska, northeastern Colorado, and South Dakota, and they move east, and some big line there of damaging winds and hail, potential tornadoes. So please be careful late this afternoon and this evening there, with the storms and some other strong storms behind it. So and then this line enters Kansas later, and then more strong storms and damaging winds there in Missouri eventually. So be careful today. And let's see the warnings. We have some excessive heat warnings and heat advisories and heat watches there. A wind advisory for Alaska and a part of Idaho. Some, I think that's called flood watch for Hawaii there. Be aware. And some excessive heat warnings and heat advisories there in the US, in the south central areas. So let's see here. Wait, let's check Canada first. Sorry we didn't check yesterday, but there was some severe thunderstorm watches there that we posted on Discord later. So now today that there's an air quality advisory there in parts of northwestern Alberta, and some special air quality statement. So be careful there with the wildfires and with the smoke. And we also have a fog advisory there in parts of southern Ontario. So be aware. Let's see here. Wait. So some temperatures. I already showed you this yesterday, but let's take a look. We have some 114s, 111, 110 there in California and Arizona. Very hot in the central US and plains too. So for day 2 here, we have 116 there in the plains, 112, 109, 104 in parts of Texas, Oklahoma too, and in those areas. For day 3, it looks like this. It shows up to 120 there in the southwest. Be careful. And in some valleys like Death Valley, it could get even hotter, like 126 or something. So let's see. Day 4 still very hot, especially in the west. And day 5, let's see, still very hot. Day 6, still 119 and more. And day 7 here. So the 24-hour max wind gusts show gusty winds parts of the Rockies and maybe the plains and west, maybe in the northeast some. So let's see even there. And what else? Let's see some temperature stuff for Canada maybe. So during the warmest part of the day, you might get to 25 in parts of the Western Territories in Yukon, 23 there in some areas. Let's see, in Alberta and Saskatchewan, it shows like 24, 25 possible in some areas. In Ontario, 25 too in some areas, 24, 22 there, even 27 in parts of Labrador in some areas. So let's see. The next few days at night it gets somewhat colder in some areas. Let's see. Oh, and it shows very warmer by Friday at like 28, 27 parts of the Western Territories and Alberta there, and even British Columbia, Southern Ontario too, and Quebec. Let's see. And even warmer there in parts of Manitoba too, Saskatchewan on the weekend, and up to 29 in parts of Alberta. So let's see in this thunderstorm map if we might have something. It shows Thursday, Wednesday, yes, it shows that this afternoon maybe some storms, but this is not a high resolution model, so you can be sure. So let's see, Saturday, maybe a storm in a place or two, but look at the Euro showing all these storms on Saturday there. So we'll have to watch this, but it's still far out, and maybe more stuff later. So let's see, some rain, we have a low pressure there, some thunderstorms occasionally. By Thursday, some more rain in eastern Canada there, and later more stuff. Saturday shows some storms there, and that system coming up from the US with heavy rain and some severe weather. So be aware. Let's see now for Europe here. So for today we had that level 3 in Russia of severe weather. So sorry we didn't mention this in the morning. We definitely should have made a video about it this morning, but some things happened. We have had no idea. But I hope you are all safe there. from the storms, and sorry we didn't mention, but this is valid until 6 a.m. tomorrow, so there could be still some storms going on. So yeah, I won't read everything because most storms already ended, but you can take a look here if you want. Good. So for tomorrow, they don't have anything yet, but I think they will have tomorrow morning. So if we check tomorrow morning, see something perplexing, we'll try to make a video. So in the general pattern here, we have that low pressure there in the North Sea, maybe I think it is, going to Norway, bringing some heavy rain into Denmark and northern Germany, in parts of Sweden later on, and then we have shows Thursday might be another low pressure there in Russia, and all those storms in Russia there still by Thursday tomorrow, many stuff, and then by Friday shows more strong storms in Russia, so we gotta keep watching this, and then by Saturday this other low pressure arrives, a big one, brings more rain, some rain to the UK, to Denmark, to Germany, France, Switzerland on Saturday, and some storms to Spain, to and France and Andorra. So be aware, a big system there coming on Saturday. Then it moves northeast, brings some very heavy rain to Denmark and Sweden by Saturday night, and more storms down south later by Sunday, possibly some severe weather on Sunday and Monday there into Central and Eastern Europe. So let's see, by next Wednesday and stuff, it shows even by next Thursday another big system coming in to France there, the UK and Germany, possibly more severe weather later next week. So we will keep have to monitor this. And then this is the Euro, a little bit more high resolution. It shows the front there affecting between tonight and tomorrow, Denmark and Norway, Sweden, and those areas. And then we had all those storms in Russia today, and the low pressure will continue tomorrow to throw some big storms in Russia, so be careful. And let's see. And then by Friday, more strong storms in Russia, too, and some rain already in the UK there by Friday, some storms in France by early on Saturday, but by Germany too, lots of storms in Spain there by Saturday and Saturday night, and then on Saturday night all this rain goes into Norway and Sweden, and by Sunday these storms and rain track like east and northeast, affects some other areas on Sunday there, and then next Tuesday and then next Wednesday and Thursday the Euro also has this other system coming, but not as strong as the GFS, but might bring some more storms, also some more storms in Eastern Europe by Friday and Thursday of next week. But today and tomorrow, no big stuff there in the Balkans, just maybe in Greece, some thunderstorms tomorrow in Greece and Turkey, but the rest of the Balkans is generally fine. So we also had lots of storms in Italy today there, and tomorrow it shows quieter because of the high pressure, but on Saturday we might have some more storms in northern Italy there, and Austria and some other areas by Saturday and Sunday maybe. So be aware, and let's see. And the temperatures, it's still hot in Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe, the Middle East, and Spain and Portugal there. So let's see, this is the 2-meter temperature, shows much hotter in parts of southern Spain and Portugal there. And let's see, in eastern Ukraine, parts of Russia there too, not where the storms are, further south it will be hot. And there in the Middle East, very hot too, in southeastern Europe. So during the day, the hottest time of the day, it could be hot. I'll show you some more in-depth maps soon, but let's see here, shows very hot there for southern Spain too, and let's see northern Africa especially. Let's see a closer look here. So first for Russia and Ukraine here, it shows like during the hottest time of the day. So this was today. Let's put tomorrow, Thursday. So let's see, where is it? Here. So it shows like to the 30 Celsius, 36, 35 in Russia, 36. Yeah, so hotter there in Turkey. Some areas around the 30s and others a little bit cooler, like 19 and 22. But Greece, some areas on the 30s, but mainly on the high 20s there in Greece. In Italy, some areas on the high 20s too. Let's see, 29, 27. Southern France, kind of hot too, into 31, 29, 30. And especially southern Spain and Portugal there. It could get to 41 there in those areas. Southern Portugal too. So let's say this in Portuguese and Spanish. Então vai estar bem quente esses dias, principalmente no sul de Portugal, assim. No norte também vai estar uns 35, 31, assim. Mas lá pro sul vai estar tipo 36, 38, 37, até 40 graus em umas zonas. Olhamos os dias aqui. Talvez fique menos quente a semana que vem, por causa de uns sistemas, assim, só nos 20, nos 30, assim. Tipo na sexta-feira. Mas vai ser pior amanhã, assim, com 40 graus. Mas logo, essa semana que vem, um pouquinho melhor. Vale, então para a Espanha aqui, está muito cálido en unas zonas, principalmente cerca de Portugal, como mañana en Badajoz, 40 grados, en Sevilla, 41 grados, en Utrera, 41, 40 más al sur también, 40 grados en otras zonas, La Carlota 41, Córdoba 41 grados mañana. Entonces, precauciones mañana, está muy cálido en estas zonas. Mañana es jueves, estamos haciendo este video es miércoles día 3 de julio. Y entonces, miramos el viernes aún en los 30, sí, 37, 38, en algunas zonas 39, 36, pero luego quizás mejora un poco semana que viene por causa de unas lluvias y unas cosas. Entonces 34, solo 32 el sábado y el domingo unos 29, 33 va a mejorar después. Y mira por la noche que pasa, está un poquitito más frío por la noche, principalmente en el norte, por causa de estos sistemas y todo. Good, so let's see here some other stuff. Very hot in the Middle East too, high into the 40s, a little bit colder in the mountains there, in parts of eastern Turkey, and during the night in Europe, especially northwestern Europe, it could be colder, like 9 degrees in the UK, 10, 6, because of all these fronts and everything. I know it's summer, but it's kind of a weird pattern. It's below average, so this is during the night here. During the day, you'll be much warmer, of course, in the 20s in Germany, France, in southern France into the 30s. So this is during the day, and this is it, I think. So we'll try to update on this tomorrow here, and stay safe. So one last thing, this is the day 2 that they updated a minute ago. So let's just show the update. So choose light risks and this marginal. 2 areas of 2% tornado in Iowa, Minnesota, Kansas, and Missouri. Wind, it's this area, and the 15% in the southern slight. And hail, a slight in the north there, in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa, in that other area there. So this is the outlook updated for tomorrow. And they also updated the fire outlook. So they put another critical in parts of Utah and in Arizona there for today. So be aware. Thanks for watching.